To create a refinance presentation, we're going to complete the quick form over here, including the client's name. We're going to pick the refinance strategy. For the purpose, we have two options. You could select refinance or current. I recommend that you use current, but we will come back and we'll talk about how to set it up based on just a refinance. So let's select current here. Home value, we'll just say it's $500,000. You don't need to add in the credit score, the annual income, or debts, but it will allow you to use that mortgage insurance technology we have integrated already. So let's select a rate for this and then hit create. Once it creates, you're going to see that we have the left-hand navigation with the client, with the properties. We have a current state and a rate and term refinance state, and then we're just going to do a presentation on the refinance comparison. So the first thing that you would do is you would go to the current state. So let's, first of all, just so you know, the cost is only the annual taxes and annual insurance. You certainly could change it to a percentage, but with a refinance, you should have the mortgage statement in front of you so you can enter in whatever the annual property tax is and also the insurance. So once you have that set, then you're going to go to the existing loan and you're going to update your first mortgage based on whatever the current principal balance is of the loan. So let's just say it's $380,000 and the current rate is 7.5%. And then based on the maturity date of the current loan, let's put in the number of months that are remaining on the current loan. Let's just say it's 348 months. We'll hit save here. And once we've completed the first loan information, we can certainly add on anything that's applicable for the loan. If it's got mortgage insurance, so on and so forth, it's a government loan, whatever the case might be, you know that you can go into the features and you can turn on what's applicable here. But we want to then go, and since we've updated the current state, we want to go to the refinance state, the rate and term refinance. And I would always check the cost, make sure that you've got the right costs aligned in here, and then update your annual tax and your annual insurance, just like you did on the current state. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into the refinance itself. You're going to go to the first loan, and you're going to say, okay, I've got a $380,000 payoff on the existing loan, so I've got some closing costs I want to add in here. So let's just say we're going to do this at $405,000, and it's 6.5% right now. So, and we're going to put them on a 30-year loan, and then hit save. Once we hit save, we're going to then be completed with the first loan. We're going to go to debts, and you want to update the current debt to be what you're going to pay off. So that's the $380,000, and you're going to indicate yes as it is. Once that is finished, you're pretty much completed. So you've completed the information that's needed for the current state, now the refinance state down here, and I've got this presentation lined up so that you can see the refinance